Welcome to Between the Pages. I'm your host, Markela, and tonight we have Author Kimberly Brown. How are you doing, Miss Kimberly?
I am well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Where are you joining us in from?
I am in Columbia, South Carolina.
Really?
Hmm.
So you're like not that far from me. I'm in South Carolina too, but um, they say it's upstate and down south or whatever.
I think I'm in like the Midlands. I think that's what is considered the
Okay, I'm
Midlands.
up towards Greenville area, like that way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm up that way. But it's an event going on soon, like in October down there, right?
Yes, the Seven Hearts and Sign Kisses is going to be in Columbia, South Carolina, right off of Bush River Road.
Okay, okay. So we gotta talk more about that. Are you gonna be there?
Yes, it's the event that I'm hosting with Aisha Bree.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about that in a minute so you can get everybody the details. All right, so we're gonna jump in and get started. And how did you even get started writing, Miss Kimberly?
Oh my gosh. I've been writing. I think I started with poetry, but I've been writing since I was in like sixth grade.
Mhm.
I started with like short stories in notebooks and passing them around to my classmates so they could read it. And then it just graduated into me submitting to Beloved Publications. That's my publisher. And this is where we're at now. And it has been quite a journey, but it's definitely been worth it. It's been a dream come true.
No, so were you inspired by any author or anyone to start writing?
Um, I wouldn't say at first, but Monica Walters is definitely one of my favorite people. Monica Walters, I love Zane, Eric Jerome Dickey, all of them kind of, I would say, influence my style of writing.
Okay, okay. And you do have your own style. You definitely do. We'll get into that too. Now, how long have you been published?
I signed with Beloved Publications in 2021.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Okay. And we're gonna go ahead and say this. So, how many books you got under your belt published?
41. Well, it'll be 41 um come the 23rd. I have one coming out on the 17th, and then it's one on my traditional book is coming out on the 23rd. So that'll make 41 right
Go
there.
ahead. So we going traditional. So 41 books in what, three
Two
years?
years, almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years. Okay, so you jumped off the porch and you just started writing
Yes,
fast,
I
going.
write every day, every day.
You kind of do you have like a schedule you stick by?
I am attempting to put myself on a schedule just so I'll have time for life, but I don't really have a schedule. I just, whenever I get the feeling, I start typing.
Now, how do you come up with your subjects?
I draw inspiration from movies, music, real life situations, things that maybe have happened in my life or people that I know. And sometimes it's just an idea just pop up in my head and I'm like, okay, you know what? I think that'll be a good story.
Right. Now, are your characters, because you kind of write a lot of different characters too. So are some of them like real life people you know, or they just all
Um,
made
I
up
think some
fiction?
of their personalities might be based on people that I know, but nobody in particular like is the exact character.
Now, what genre do you just go in yourself? Are you like more contemporary romance or urban?
Contemporary romance, women's fiction, erotica, and I'm trying to dabble in urban this year, so we're gonna see
Oh,
how that goes.
now listen, we're gonna get some too.
Yes, I actually have an urban series that I'm gonna be working on for this year. Well, this year going into next year. It'll start like the towards the end of this year.
Do you think that'll be a challenge for you?
I think it will, simply
Mhm.
because it's a little, I don't know. I think it's a little, I wouldn't say it's out of my element, but I mean, I'm used to writing love stories and it's just This is definitely it's definitely different for me
So
because it's a
what
little bit
made you
of
want to go in and dabble in it?
I don't know. I love reading urban books. I
Mhm.
really love reading urban books.
Yeah,
Um, and I said I wanted to test out a bunch of different genres. Like I
yeah,
know next year I said I want to test out fantasy, thriller, rom-coms, just a bunch of
yeah.
different things, just to see where I can get my feet into.
You definitely are the audience already. I'm pretty sure they'll go wherever you say,
I
because
think
you
that
got some die hard Kimberly Brown,
I
Kimberly
do, and I am
Brown
so grateful
fan.
for them. I am so grateful for them.
Now let's talk about that. So tell me about how did it come for you building up your audience? Like,
Um,
what was
honestly,
your
I
first
think
book that made them just say, take off?
when I came out with Pretty Cage Bird, that did pretty good. And
Uh-huh.
then I did the second book to that, which was Tame Me. And then I did Beyond Measures. And that just kind of took off from there. And I don't know, I think a lot of people found me from Beyond Measures. I think that was the first book that I almost got a million pages read on.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. I think people just started rocking with me after that. I think it had a lot to do with me being consistent, like consistently putting out books because I was putting out at least one or two books a month.
oh
So
yeah,
that was my strategy with coming in. I knew I wanted to eventually write full time. So I said I was going to build my back catalog. I came in with books prepared to go into production
right. That's
whenever I put
smart.
out another book. So I just had
That was
stuff.
very smart. That was very smart. Yeah, like go ahead and be like, drop,
Yes.
drop.
Once I finish one, let me
So
edit this one and send that one in so I can get on the calendar and get it out too.
right, and like make them know your name. Like, yeah,
Right.
know mine because I'm gonna keep dropping. Now, how do you personally feel they gonna take to any kind of change?
Um, well, I mean, if anybody is in my readers group, I talk to them a lot about trying out different genres, and a lot of them they give me the same response. If you write it, I'm gonna read it. So
Yes.
I think
Mhm.
it'll be well received.
I think so too. I
Mhm.
think so too. I would say that I would be waiting on one. I would. I would. Because the girls in the group when you came over to the Vestas, they love the mushy, mushy, mushy. And I'm a little okay, but I'm like, look, urban, urban reason.
I
I would
love
be
urban. I love the gritty, the unhingedness of it all. It's
waiting.
just, and the character, the series that I'm working on, the first book, he's a little unhinged, but he has a sweet side to him. I mean, he's sweet for his lady, but he's not really sweet to anybody else. His lady and his mama. But that's
Oh,
about it.
oh. Well, you can do that anywhere a little bit though. You can play with it though. And
Mhm.
it's something about the unhinged characters that we love.
Listen, what did I read? I read Applying Pressure by Siobhan Latrice, and I had to hop in her inbox about Ocean because he was just, oh my God. He was extreme to the
Yeah,
most extreme. But I
he
loved him. I think he was a little misunderstood, but I loved his character.
it's a lot of them. This kind of like demon dreams and
I have that, and I said I'm going to get into it. The size is a little intimidating for me, but I'm going to read it because I've
yes.
heard so many wonderful things about it. But
Mhm.
I think once I get my shelf, get moved in and get my set back up on my shelf, I'm going to jump into it then.
Have you read like Product of the Street?
I have that too. I started it and then I put it down because I was reading something else. I hadn't picked it back up yet, but I've
Uh,
heard great things about that. I have all four of those too, so I'm definitely going to get into it.
Now jumping back into your 41, you're going on 41.
Mhm.
Um, books in your catalog. What would you say is your favorite? What would you say your book out there?
My favorite. It was the last sad love song because it was very unproblematic, just straight black love. But
Mhm.
then I wrote The Perfection of a Moment, and I really fell in love with those characters. That was actually supposed to be a novella, and it ended up being a full length book at like 53K.
Yeah.
So I really love them. Like you can just feel the love on coming off the pages for that couple.
Okay, so if I'm new to you, I'm new, I'm coming in, because viewers will see this and they new coming in. What would you start them off with to kind of get like to know you where you are now, or would you want them to start, at the beginning?
If I had to give anybody a starting point, I would say start maybe with either Tethered Love or Tethered Love, the Jarreau series, or Hold Me While You Wait. I think those have a lot of it's a combination of love and drama, and it's just very emotional.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to get emotion in everything that I write, but I think those really kind of hone in on the emotions.
Now, how do you come up with your titles?
Um, it could be song lyrics,
Mhm.
music's the title of music, um, something I saw in a movie. It could be something that somebody said, like a phrase or something that came like for example, the burial of a player. I think I was watching How to Be a Player, and it was the scene where his sister was talking about getting him back, and she said
Right.
something about the burial of a player. She was talking about what she was gonna wear, and I'm like, that would make a good title for this book. So
Mm-hmm.
it kind of popped in my head after that.
It's a classic movie.
It was.
It is. That's a classic movie. That one gets me, especially with the best friend that he had to go get. And
Hmm.
he's having an issue with the light skinned one. He having an issue with his girl. That's
Hmm.
that's that's the best part. And he thinking he playing him, but I like that. Now, what is a genre you just like? I don't think this is gonna ever be me, but I love to do it.
Um, I see a lot of monster romance on TikTok. I'm like, I don't know if I might would try to read it. I don't think I would try to write it.
Mhm.
I don't know if I'd be able to to accurately describe some of the things that be going on in there.
Now, explain that for the viewers. What is monster romance?
Just basically, I see a lot of tentacles and teeth and not really werewolves, but like just
Yeah.
like aliens or like just
Alien
weird monsters, very
with
weird.
humans,
Yeah,
right?
with
Yeah,
humans.
yeah, with humans. Have you read one?
I have not, but I have one in my Kindle. I can't remember the name of it, but I saw somebody did a review on it on TikTok and it sounded very interesting. So eventually I'm gonna get to it.
So it's not like paranormal.
No, I don't think it's like paranormal.
Oh, okay, okay. That sounds interesting. Now, walk me through a day of your process of you writing, your typical writing day. How long do you take? What it looks like for you? What did a day in Kimberly Brown's world look like?
It's it's very unorganized. It's very unorganized.
No.
I mean, I usually wake up, breakfast, jump on the computer, check my socials or whatnot to see if I need to respond back to emails, and then I just jump right into the document. Most of the time, I work on at least two to three things at a time. So depending on which character is talking to me, that's who I'm writing for the day. Or sometimes I'll just kind of switch back and forth depending on what I feel like I want to get out first. But that's about it, though.
So you
I
work on
don't,
multiple documents at a
yes.
time.
Hmm. Like I don't outline. I usually just free write. So again, whoever's talking to me, that's who I'm going with. I
Right.
tried outlining one time, and by chapter 4 or 5,
You was
they were like,
over
"That's enough of that. We're gonna tell you what we want you to write, and you're gonna do it." That's how
right, 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 right. You be
that's how
having it
that
in your
went.
head, but it goes left.
All right. And
It
I worked
goes,
so hard on that outline. It was at least about it's 5 to 7 pages of an outline, every single chapter, and it did not go like that at all.
it found it to be harder.
It
Yeah.
was. I feel like it. I wouldn't say for me, it felt
Mhm.
like it stunted my creativity. I just like to let the juices flow wherever they go.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, what is your process to get you started? You got to look at the cover first. You got to come up with the characters' names first. What
Um,
needs to happen for you?
I typically write a summary. I don't really have to have a character name or a cover to go along with it. The cover kind of helps sometimes. Sometimes the cover itself will spark an idea, but for the most part, whenever I come up with the idea, I'll just write out like a summary of it, and we just kind of get started after that. I
Mhm.
do have like a notebook full of character names. So sometimes I'll go in there and pick something, or if I've watched like a movie and heard like a unique name that I haven't seen in another book or something, I'll use that. Or I have a note in my phone that has names in there too. So I'll just go pick through and see if the character if the character feels like this would be their name. But
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah. Um, I love that you said it because interviewing several authors, and it's like I think I had one, and now you make kind of two because it's like two. Um, they come. I like to do the summary first. Like I like to have that the summary, the synopsis. I like to have that in my head
mhm.
already, and then I just kind of navigate through. And it was you do that, but then I had an author to come on, and she was like, "No, I need this. I need this. I need the summary. Like I need the synopsis first, and then I know where to go." And it was like, what are you talking about? How do you do that? I need to have the cover, the character's name, I need to have where they at, I need to know what they look like. And it's like tell their names when I start. Right. I have a clue what your name gonna be. One of the authors on here, she let me know like what your name gonna be. To be writing, I know what the story is gonna be about. And
Mhm.
that's pretty much it.
That's
Um,
it.
and I love that you said that you started with poetry because poetry is my first love. Um, I I love poetry. I love everything about it. It's kind of complicated, but then it is hard to go from poetry to writing stories. How was your journey going from poetry to just like now I got to come up with a whole story?
Right. I don't think it was that hard. I think it's just, I mean, I'm the type of person, if I find something that I really like, anything else that I was doing, I kind of just put it down and don't worry about it and just focus on what I want to do at that time.
Right.
So I think before poetry, it was drawing. I used to like to draw, and then I got into writing. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put the drawing down for a little bit and focus on the poetry. And then when I decided I wanted to like write full out stories, I kind of just put that to the side. Um, I think in like the earlier works that I wrote with like my classmates reading it, I think I might have put a little bit of poetry in that, but it was never anything big, just so it was still kind of incorporated. But once I transitioned into fully doing stories, I don't think I've written a poem in forever.
Really?
I have not.
Have you not ever thought about having one of your characters be a poet?
I actually have an idea for that. It's a male character. I actually have an idea for that. It would be a short though.
Yeah,
Um, I
because
have
that way
to
you can incorporate some more
I
poetry.
would. I really have to sit back and think about what kind of poem I want to write,
Mhm.
just so
Yeah,
it would be something personal and original in there.
right.
I
I
think
know.
that's why I haven't gone back to that story just yet because I haven't written poetry in so long. But I may have to pick up a pen and paper and dabble in that so I can get that idea going.
I know. Now, what for you? What has been the most difficult part about writing?
Um, Honestly, I feel like the most difficult part is once it's done, is doing an actual synopsis. The synopsis will kick my behind. Like I can write an entire 50K book and then writing a two-paragraph synopsis, it
Yeah,
takes me forever because how do you condense
yeah,
so many words into two paragraphs? That is the
yeah.
hardest part for me.
And it don't seem like the person that wrote the story would have a problem with the synopsis because
Right.
y'all know it. So just tell me a little bit about it without telling me the whole thing. But then you get stuck in. I'm not giving too little, I'm giving too much,
Right.
and
That's the issue.
that be the issue
And the
with the
characters are no help because y'all do all of this talking in my head while I'm writing, but when it's time to summarize it, they go mute.
right. They definitely do. Um, now, like, at what point in your career where you're like, I am an author?
I wake up every day and still feel like it's
Really?
it's new to me still. I
Like,
just recently went full time in October,
mm,
so it took me a while to wake up and realize I don't have to go to anybody else's job anymore. Like
yeah,
I can actually do this full time.
right, right.
I think it hits me every release day. Like you really been out here writing books, and they've been doing very well for you.
Very well, very well for you, very well for you. So I know it's kind of scary to be like, I'm not going to clock in to a job. I'm actually going to commit to doing this. I'm actually going to commit to writing.
Mhm. I don't think I want to do anything else. So like I've dreamed of this being a reality since I was like 12. So to be able to actually do it now, I don't think I'd ever want to go back to working a regular job.
I bet.
I feel
No,
like I was saying the other day, I feel like I'm able to walk in my passion and my purpose. So
right,
I don't want to
right.
do anything else.
Now, would you ever want to get into like branching out doing the publishing stuff and doing more stuff like TV show, like
I would
movies,
like
your
to do
books and
TV.
movies?
I would love to like write for TV. I'm actually
Yeah.
looking for a screenwriting class now, just so I can learn how to just have another notch under my belt. Um, I would love to write for TV. I don't know. Maybe a movie. Maybe not like a TV series, but like movies. I think I
Movie.
would like to write a script for a movie.
Yeah, yeah. Now, when you came in the game, what was your first
First book,
huh,
Pretty Cage Bird, and that was
PK?
part of a 3 book series.
How do you feel about series?
I love them. Like I don't mind if they're unfinished. Um, because once I start, even if it takes a while, once I get back into the next book, I'll pretty much remember what happened. If I have to reread it, I don't mind rereading it, but I really love them.
Right. And then the
Now,
next
if they
one, the
have too
one you
many
work,
books, if they have too many books, I might have to leave that alone because it's a lot.
right, and the one you're working on is gonna be a series, correct?
Yes, the Urban series, it's gonna be 6. I told
Six?
myself after I did the Giroux that I was not gonna do another series, and then I came up with this idea, and he happened to have what 2 sisters and 3 brothers, so it's 6 of them,
Okay.
and I just felt like it's gonna turn into a series. I already have the covers for it. I already have the storylines thought out. I just have to get writing on it. Actually, I'm about halfway finished with the first book, but I
Okay.
think it might be an easier process since I know what's going to happen in the rest of the 5 books too. So I'm
Now,
excited
is
for
the
it.
unhinged one first?
All of them are a little bit unhinged. They are kind of, I wouldn't say they're a crime family. They're more like vigilantes.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I mean, but it's still illegal. But yeah.
Exactly. Right. All right, so we're gonna pause for a minute and play a game with Author Kimberly Brown.
Okay.
Kimberly Brown, this is called This or That.
Okay.
So I'll tell you 2 options. You tell me which one you like
Okay.
between basic. So we're gonna start off with this or that. Kidnapper turned love interest or marriage for convenience.
Oh, that's the hard one.
Isn't it for you?
Um, I'm gonna say kidnapper turned love interest.
Yes.
I like a
About
good
that one, ain't
enemies
it?
lovers. The tension
Yeah.
is always the tension gets me every time with that.
I love that. I love the kidnap stuff. And we're so toxic for saying that, but
Right. Knowing we would not put up with this in real life, but the fictional world, anything can go.
exactly. All right, so basically this is going into a trope. Which one you think is the best? Which we already kind of said that a little bit. Enemies to lovers or friends to lovers?
Enemies to lovers every
Enemies
time.
to lovers, I always say. So even though you write in this contemporary bubble type thing, love, love, you still toxic, Kimberly.
Yes, I very much love the toxic. I
You still
love the
toxic.
toxic.
Yeah. Okay. This or that. Secret baby or baby mama drama.
Mm, Secret baby.
Secret baby. Yeah.
Secret baby.
Okay. So we talked about this before, but the thing about the secret babies for me is if I know throughout the whole book and he don't know, and you leaving me as the reader to hold it, we'll be like, girl, tell him about that child. Like, what you like? You see him, tell him like I be wanting y'all to flash forward. Like,
You gotta
tell him,
build up the angst. Because it's
man,
usually
y'all
gonna be a
better
big
get some
explosion once they find out.
Mhm. All right, erotica scenes. Here we go. This or that. Shower or playroom?
Playroom.
Playroom. Let's
Mhm.
talk about the little kinky playrooms.
Mhm.
Mm,
Anything can
mm.
happen in there. And ain't much you can, I mean, it's things you can do in the shower, but I feel like you'd have a lot more fun in the playroom.
Yeah, yeah. I like shower scenes because in the book, reading them, they can be really steamy. Just
Mhm.
you know, you can stop kids can still get that playroom type thing going on in the shower because you know. But I don't know. I don't think you could take the nipple clamps in there though. Put them in the playroom. All right, this or that. Vacation within the states or international.
International.
You like to go?
Yes. I mean, I have
Okay,
not been
so
out of the country, but that is definitely a goal.
you haven't been out of the country?
I have not. I think the first time, well, I'll be going to Mexico in September. I mean, that's technically still part of the United States. Like, I want to go like overseas, like to Paris or Greece or something like that.
No, where is that place where I'm probably at our country at this point, but where the houses are kind of like looking up off the cliff type. It's kind of like Italy or somewhere. Like, you know, the house is kind of like on
Mhm.
like down the hill type thing. You know what
That
I'm talking
might
about?
be Greece. I know they have something like that
Okay,
somewhere in
okay,
Europe.
Greece. Yeah, okay, okay, yeah. Thank you, Author Janelle. Yeah, so they like I'm gonna go there. I want to just look over. I know I'm scared of heights, but I
Me
still want
too.
that's I still want to do it.
I
All
want
right,
to
so
look, but I don't want to be on the edge.
yeah, that's true. If we was going out, this or that, we going to the club or we going to the lounge with Author Kimberly Brown.
Lounge. I can't do the club. I can do a lounge. I can't do the club though.
We can't do the club.
I just want to sit me a drink and listen to some music.
Speaking of drinks, we got this or that. You going with the champagne or you going with the wine?
Wine. I
Wine
love a
drink.
good wine.
Wine you like?
Um, I drink a lot of Stella Rosa. I want to do a wine tasting just to see what else is out there.
You know what? I've done 3 wine tasting. You still go back to what you know.
Probably.
Yeah, you do.
Like I don't
Um,
know how to sip. I know you're supposed to to sip wine. I don't know how to sip because if it's good, I'm just gonna drink it. That's just it.
Now I did start getting into like the sweet red or
Mhm.
and the muscadine.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I do like red wine. I do like red wine.
yes, I did get. Now this is the last one. It is the author's situation.
Mm.
So you stuck in it, this or that.
Okay.
Arranged marriage. You arranged marriage or one night stand with a baby. You're getting pregnant and you're going home with the baby.
Um, I think I would do the arranged marriage.
You're gonna just marry him. You ain't got time for the other stuff.
Because if we, I don't, if I don't know, I think I would do the arranged marriage just so. I mean, the baby would eventually come out of that, but to think you're going out to have fun and then bam, you're
I
pregnant.
know, I
That's a little
know.
bit of a downer right there.
And then hmm, well, but then what if you marry a complete psychopath?
Yeah, that too. There's a lot to consider. There's a lot to consider.
Yes. I mean, I would just rather take the baby. I'm not dealing with
But
this.
what if the baby daddy is a psychopath too then? Then you just stuck all the way around.
So, you guys, if you just tuning in with us, we have author Kimberly Brown. Listen, I love talking. So, we gave you that name. Okay. You remember Markela gave you that name. Uh, So, listen, are you like really mushy and love type of person?
I am. I love a good love story.
Yeah,
And I'm very emotional, so I'm definitely gonna cry.
yeah.
I need some I like things to give me all the feels. In addition to things that are very toxic. But
Now, one thing about the mushy love stuff, you be like, you start looking at your man and be like, you don't do none of this. You don't do none of this stuff that she is telling me that you're supposed to do. Like, no, you don't do none of this stuff.
listen,
So,
I think we hold book babes to a higher standard
yes.
than we do
And
people in
speaking
real
of
life.
book days, if you live inside of one of your stories, which one would it be?
Um, that's a hard one. Who would I be?
Hmm.
I think I might would choose Strip Me Bare because I love Roosevelt. I don't think there is anything wrong with him. I don't think he really had any faults. He was a good guy. He was a really good guy. He's a very attentive father. He's a very attentive boyfriend. I loved everything about him. I think I would
Now,
pick
the title though, Strip Me Bare. Oh, where you get that from? Sound too.
Where did I get that? Oh, I don't know where I got that from, but the premise of the story is they come from like two different sides of the tracks. Like he's a farmer and she's a wealthy influencer. Her daddy is a retired basketball player, so she's used to having money and everything, and he's used to just, simple living.
Yeah,
And then it's not tragedy, but some traumatic things happen to her, and she kind of ends up leaning on him, and it's like he sees her for who she is
right.
underneath all of that. Like, if you take all of this away, this is what you have, and I still love you for
Let's talk about your latest book.
it. That
Tell me a
was
little bit about it.
The Perfection of a Moment.
Yeah.
It was very unproblematic. I wanted to write something that was feel good, something that's gonna make you laugh, smile, kick your feet, just something to just make you feel really, really good as you're reading it. We have Hiram, and Hiram is a model, and then we have Amina. She is a artist. Um, she kind of does her art in secret. She's an art teacher, but she's also an artist that goes by the name EXO, but nobody knows who she is.
Mm.
And they meet one day. She went for a run in the park with her dog, and the dog he got excited about some squirrels, and he kind of drug her through the park, and she landed face down in a pile of leaves, and Hiram came and he helped her up, and it was kind of like a love at first sight type of thing. So you got to witness them fall completely head over heels in love with each other.
From there, just
Mhm.
snowball. Yeah,
No drama, no pain, no fighting. It was fate that they met. They were just really perfect for each other.
yeah. Yes, we well, you just not tuning in, Kiara, but Arthur Kimberly Brown is working on something else too. She is working on a little bit of urban too. So be on the lookout for that. Do you have some titles yet?
Um,
Or that you want to give an exclusive, like one of the titles?
uh, the
Author,
titles are the names of the characters, so
which
that's
one?
also something that's very different for me. Instead of
Oh,
having a whole little quote or something, it's just one word for the whole thing. For each book has one word is the name of the character, either
okay.
their name or their nickname.
Okay, okay, got it, got it. Got it. All right, so let's turn off the author hat for a minute and tell me, who are you outside of being an author?
Um, I tell people that I am boring in real life.
Okay.
Um, I spend a
Every
lot of
author say
time.
that, and y'all not.
I am. I am an introvert. Like I love being in my house. Like if I'm out anywhere, it's either to do a little bit of shopping, um, to visit my in-laws, visit my nieces and nephews. I mean, I'm a family-oriented person, so I love being with family. Um, but that's about it though. I'm real laid back, real chill. I don't I don't be in the mix and doing all of this, that, and the third. I really love being in my house. And I think it's gotten worse since I started writing full time, so
Yeah,
I do
because you
need to get
gotta have
outside.
the work-life balance type thing going on.
Right. Like
So
I
how
think
do
I did
you?
enough partying and whatnot in my younger days, so in my 30s I just want to chill out.
No, that's for real. That is for real. I can be in my car and turning up that music and just having a whole moment stuck in traffic or something, feel like I done
Right.
did all the clubbing I could possibly do in the car.
You can
So
have a
that's
whole concert in the car.
for real. For real. Now what is something that your readers don't know about you that you want to share?
Mm, I don't know. I don't know if I share too much of my personal life with them.
Are you allergic to something like some food? You like to do salsa dance on the side? I don't know, something like to draw. I don't know.
I'm not allergic to anything. Food wise, let's see. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people will pull my black card if they found out that I don't eat a lot of typical African American foods like what black eyed peas.
Girl, no.
I don't like black eyed peas.
That fool mine to
Okra.
the
I don't like. Okay, I don't like. I have a love hate relationship with seafood. I don't really. I have to be in the mood for it, but I can't eat too much of it because I start. It's the mind thing. Like shrimp, the legs on the shrimp kind of creep me out a little bit, so I can't eat too many of those.
Okay, so I guess my black part is definitely gone if we're going off of that because I'm allergic to seafood and I'm
Mm.
allergic to watermelon. So
Oh,
I guess this is that
I
might
love
I
watermelon.
got my chicken though. I got my chicken. So
I do
listen.
too.
I got my chicken. I love my chicken.
I
So
do
I
too.
don't know. But when they be seafood, yes, yes, all of it. I can't have nothing. Shellfish, none of it. And you can't have watermelon. No, what black person eat watermelon? Why you can't have watermelon? What part of you don't get that? But
That is
yes,
sad. I love watermelon. I love fruit.
yes, I love now I can have some other stuff, but I don't like I mean, we just learned certain fruit when it comes to in here, like mango, my son, and my mom
But
was
see,
allergic to strawberries, and it's just I don't know, we got an issue with that.
I know a lot of people that are allergic to shellfish and whatnot, and they will still eat it and just make sure they take a Benadryl. I say you don't care nothing about yourself if you do that.
No. I had a near-death experience trying to like keep up with that. So no, that is not good. So just something me. No, y'all is really brave for that. I
Mm-mm.
be sitting here, throat closed, everything, face puffed out. No, you're not killing me.
Right.
So what inside of your books, like you're not gonna get from Kimberly Brown.
Um,
If you're looking for it, you're not getting it from me.
I don't know, because I think I write a little. I think I write a little bit of everything. I'm not afraid to touch on like the emotional things, things that I wouldn't say can be considered like taboo. I think the closest to taboo I've gotten was um when secrets collide. I think that's the closest to taboo I've gotten. So if you are looking for anything incestuous, you will definitely not find that from me. I think that's like I said, the secrets when secrets collide is the closest I've gotten to something like that,
Mhm.
but they weren't even related in the book. So
Okay, got it. Now, what in your opinion, like is your most slept on book?
Let me look, because I have to think about that. It's a couple that I wish people would, pick
Like
up
go
and
back
get
to,
into.
like try to check out.
Um, let's see. And they're short books too. Like they're the ones that I think people should get into are shorter ones. So if you need
Yeah,
to, pick up a reading goal, you can read When Secrets Collide. Before I Let Go, I just recently updated the cover to that one, so it has a brand new cover. Um, Power Over Me, that's a very emotional one, but it's a lot of people's reality in that one too. In that one, Nuri deals with she's a recovering alcoholic, and it seems like life is just every time she seems like she's taking 5 steps forward, she keeps getting knocked 10 steps back, and she's trying not to go back into drinking to deal with her issues. But I think a lot of people should read that one. It's emotional, but it also has a message.
gotcha. Now, if I'm looking for like a plot twist, what would you take me?
Ooh, plot twist, plot twist, plot twist. Plot twist. I'm thinking maybe Tethered Love. Maybe Tethered Love. I think
Right.
that's the only one that really has a either that or Pick Up Your Feelings. I don't think nobody was expecting the end of Pick Up Your Feelings to go like that.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Got it. Got it. Then you got any on the rougher side of dudes? What
Mm,
dude would be more of the rougher dude right now in your catalog?
Not at the moment. Like the rest of the most of the men that I create are they grew up in good homes. Or if
Okay.
they didn't grow up in good homes, they had good people in their lives that kept them on the straight and narrow. So,
So no smart mouths.
smart mouth, smart mouth. Um, Walker from the Jarreau series, from the Barrier of a Player, he does have a very smart mouth. Like him and Georgia, the two of them together, they are toxic, but they're very lovable at the same time. So,
Yeah.
I think they might fit in that category.
All right. So and the overall book bay in the catalog goes to
I'm gonna say Xander from Hold Me While You Wait.
Tell Me
He's
Why
another
You.
one of my favorite ones.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So let's jump into reviews. How do you feel about reviews?
I try not to read them. Um, I try to keep in the mind space that reviews are for the readers and not necessarily for the authors. Like I'll look every now and then, but if it's let's say it's a 1 star review and it's not anything, if it's criticism that is not constructive, I'll
Right.
just okay, that's your opinion. You're entitled
Right.
to your opinion. Um, I do like right after a release is done, I do like to share reviews, just hey, this person read this book, this is what they said, maybe you should get into it too, just to, give a little shout out to it. But I try to stay out of reviews. It can be a little disheartening at times because
Oh
sometimes
yeah.
people say things that are just
Rude.
they'll rate a book based on how they think you should have written it versus how you actually wrote it. Um, some people are very nitpicky about everything, so I don't think it's not something that you can really just take personal. Again, it
Right.
is just it's an opinion. In my opinion, I felt like it was a great book. I wrote what I wanted to write. I wrote the
Right.
story that I felt, and that's just it. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine, but it's at the end of the day, it's gonna go on. The book is
Right. Right. Exactly. And I wish Amazon would just once they do give you a low rating, they would kind of explain it too.
I do
Now,
hate that. Like I hate when people like rate a book low and don't say why. Like I feel like if you're gonna give me a 1 star, at least tell me why what you didn't like about it. Just so
yeah,
I'd understand, like, okay, is it warranted or is it just your opinion or is it something that I need to work on?
yeah.
But a lot of them just 1 star, 2 star, even if it's 5 star. Just tell me what you like about it. I just want to know your opinion. If I'm gonna read it, I want to know why you liked it or why you didn't like it.
Yeah. Did it take you a while to gain your readers?
Um, I feel like I feel like with every book, I think I gain a new reader.
Mm,
Um, I think within like the last year, I actually just figured out that you can see how many people are following you on how many people follow your Amazon page. And it
mhm,
really shocked me how many people were following me.
mhm.
Um, but I think, like I said, I think with every book I get, B tells us with every book it's an opportunity to gain a new reader, which is
Yeah,
why we should always be promoting our current and back catalog.
yeah.
I could do a little bit better with promoting my back catalog, but I try to make sure that I at least post something every now and then.
Yeah, because even in the readers group, there are some readers that they didn't even know author wrote. Like I have a reader, they didn't even know the author wrote paranormal, or they didn't know the author wrote other stuff than what they thought, or they didn't know who this author was. They heard of
Mhm.
the book, but they didn't know about the author.
Yeah. Like I see a
Um,
lot of people ask for recommendations, and if I have a book that fits what they're asking for, I definitely go ahead and plug the link in there. Like, hey, I got this. You can go read that.
so if I'm new to writing, and I'm new to it, I want to get in it. What what are my steps? I mean, like, what would you tell me, for as like writing?
I would say make sure that you are knowledgeable about what you're writing. Like, do enough research. Be open to criticism, whether it's constructive or not. Uh, Write the story that you want, and your audience will find you, even if they don't find you right away. If you keep writing what you want, writing the story that you feel, the people that are meant to be your readers will find you.
Right, right. And they still be finding you. Like now, um, we got so many avenues now: Twitter,
Right.
Instagram, TikTok, everything, and everybody just trying to get a buzz. And we introduce somebody new all the time. And I know for me personally, my personal thing that I do, we try to pick somebody once a week or two. I pick somebody that got like a really low rating, and
Hmm.
I'll try to just read them because sometimes you don't know.
Hmm.
We don't know. We're looking at the rating and we just so tell me some like what would you say to an author that is looking at negative reviews and like want to give up?
Um, First, I was telling to remember why you started writing in the first place, because I feel like if something is a passion, it's the journey is not going to be easy, but as long as you continue to put in the work to improve your writing, improve your storytelling, or any aspect that you feel like you need to improve on, as long as you put in the work, you'll eventually reap the benefits of it. I know I saw an author one time, I think she said that she wasn't reaching the audience that she wanted to reach and that she was thinking about quitting.
Mhm.
And that really made me sad because I would hate to put my dream, if it's something that is a dream of mine, if it's a dream, I don't want to put it on hold just because I'm not where I'm at as quick as I would like to be there.
Right,
But just
right.
keep going. Don't give up just yet.
Yeah, I'm
There's a
looking at
reader out there
you.
for everything.
It's a few people that like they have a hard time, and the industry can be hard,
Very hard.
harder now. Amazon changed page reads, and it's just a problem with this and it's a problem with that. But I think too, because you would be love, correct?
Hmm.
I think too, finding out your lane. So like when
Hmm.
I know as a reader when I go to this publisher, I'm gonna get straight urban. Boom, boom, boom,
Mhm.
boom, boom. I know with, if I go to Be Love, it's gonna be mixed in there with, contemporary and women's fiction and everything. I know that with Kate, I know that with KC, I know that with certain publishers, what I'm gonna get. It's like shopping. I'm not gonna go to KFC and get Chick-fil-A. I mean, I
Mhm.
know what I'm looking for when I go down there. And then also, like you said, with promoting your old work too, because I know some authors look at their old work and cringe, and they be like, I am not that writer anymore.
Right.
But you have readers like myself that love some of the older work.
Mhm.
And I know that you're evolving as a writer, but some love the older work.
All right, because it,
And
it can be some really great stories in there.
yeah, it really do. So tell me about something else.
Here, it went out. I
Tell
couldn't
me
hear.
about what you got coming up in October.
October, Aisha
Yeah.
Bree and I are putting on our first actual book event. It's called Southern Hearts and Signed Kisses. It's going to be October 18th through the 19th. Um, the 18th is the mixer. The mixer is actually a pajama jam, so y'all get to come in your pajamas and eat, mingle, dance, take pictures. Just it's gonna be. We're hoping to have like a house party vibe for that
Yeah.
one, so I'm excited about that. And then on the 19th, we have the actual book expo.
Okay.
We have a very, I think it's like 31 of us. It's an
Oh,
amazing lineup. It's an amazing lineup. This is our first one.
yeah.
We don't really be having things like that here in South Carolina. So we said if we're not gonna have it, then maybe we should be the ones to go ahead and put it on. So that's
I
just
know that's right.
that's kind of where that came from. But I am very excited about that. Hopefully
Okay,
we can
so
do it again next year. We already have some people in mind, so we would need
I'm
a bigger vending space though, a bigger venue. Because I don't think we were anticipating having as many people interested in coming as we did this year. And we decided, yeah, we if we do it next year, we're gonna need a bigger space.
definitely been hearing the buzz around it. Between the pages need to come and we need to set up out there. We have the whole mic out there. Hey, listen, we got such and such with us.
Listen.
So where is the information? Where can you get the information? How much is everything? How much is tickets for the readers? Stuff like that.
Okay, so you can find the information at southernheartsandscinkisses.com. Currently we are sold out of the mixer tickets just because we're going to be at capacity for like seating areas, but the expo tickets are $25 and there is no limit on that since it's going to be like a in and out type
In
of
and
thing.
out.
So as many people as we can get in there for that.
Mhm.
We're trying to help these authors get their books. So the goal is for everybody to leave sold out.
I
So
know that's
y'all
right.
go ahead and buy those tickets and book your hotels, book your flights, and come on down and join us.
I'm really close, so we had already, I think, talked about it a little bit, about Holland and going on down there, whatever.
Come
So
on.
I'm really close. Um, Now, where can we find your books?
Oh, excuse me. You can find them all on Amazon. They're all on Kindle Unlimited as well. Currently, my paperback store is closed because I am preparing for Indie Love, so I'm not selling any of the paperbacks that I have. Um, but my paperback store will open sometime later this year. I'll reopen it sometime later this year. But you can find all of my books on Amazon. They're all on Kindle Unlimited. So if you have a Kindle Unlimited subscription, they are free to you. Even if you don't have a Kindle Unlimited subscription, they are still very affordable for you to buy.
You have any on Audible?
Yes, let me go to my Audible because I have quite a few on there and quite a few that are coming to Audible. Okay, so currently on Audible, we have Pick Up Your Feelings.
Okay.
We have Not Finished Loving You, the first three books of the Jarreau series, which is Where Love Blooms, Deep in My Soul, and The Burial of a Player. We have The Expiration Date, The Point of Exhale, Tethered Love, A Justified Love Affair. No, A Justified Love Affair is coming, I think, next month. And then my traditional book is also going to be an audiobook. It's coming out on the 23rd as well. So those are the two that are coming out soon. And then I have three more. I can't release the titles just yet.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going to talk about the titles just yet. But I do have three that are in the works of being written to be produced for audiobook.
Okay. Great. Okay. Great. Okay. So, Author Kimberly Brown, thank you for coming on between the pages and
Thank you for having me.
opening your life up with us and having you here. Hopefully, I will see you down in Columbia, South Carolina, so I can see you face to face and see you guys, because y'all are in the neck of the woods. So, I mean, tell me where else you're gonna be outside.
June I'm gonna be at Indie Love. Not July, August. August, I'm gonna be in Raleigh at the Lights Camera Action. That's Lashira Lee's event. And then I'm gonna be in Charlotte at the Boozy Book Tour. Um, September, I'm gonna be on the book cruise with Whitney Escapes. And then October is gonna be my event for the Southern Hearts and Fine Kisses. And then we just announced today that 2025 we are going to be at, well, I'm going to be at Monica Walters' event in Mesquite, Texas.
Yeah. Okay. So you outside. You're gonna be busy.
I'm definitely going to be busy.
Yes, you're gonna be busy. All right, so listen, thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank
Thank
you
you for
for
having me.
taking your time and out of your busy schedule to talk with us and come on between the pages and share your life. If you just hold on, just in case anybody have any questions, they
Okay.
can ask you. Again, guys, I'm Markela with Between the Pages, and tonight we had author Kimberly Brown. Make sure you like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.